I've been saying this since last year. BLM doesn't care about black lives. They never have. They will do anything in their power to tell you that it's all about helping the black community, but their actions say otherwise. And now we have this report about a BLM co-founder that bought a $1.4 million house, basically a mansion, in Los Angeles. So before I get into this story, just a quick reminder to like this video, to subscribe to the channel, but the best way you can help me out here is to share this video. So let's get into this story here. This is a new report, okay? And this is like I said, all about the co-founder of BLM that purchased this $1.4 million home. And this is in a secluded area in Los Angeles. And the population, less than 2% black. Yeah, I'll get into that a little bit later. So this is a report from dirt.com. And they're reporting that a secluded mini compound tucked into LA's rustic and semi-remote Topanga Canyon was recently sold for a tad more than $1.4 million to a corporate entity that public records show is controlled by Patrisse Khan-Cullors. This is the 37-year-old social justice visionary and co-founder of the galvanizing and for some controversial Black Lives Matter movement. And once again, what we're dealing with here is that she's in a city now, this area, with a pretty much mansion that's $1.4 million in cost. What do you think would have happened if that money actually went to the black community? I mean, we were wondering for the longest period of time. Very few people were questioning it, but I was asking, hey, these guys are raising tens of millions of dollars for BLM. Where's this money going? Oh, well, maybe it's just to put all these people into these nice mansions in Los Angeles, in neighborhoods that don't have any black people. I mean, 2% black, if she moves in there, it's probably going to be 2% black. This is ridiculous. And the reason why this is important is because it really highlights the hypocrisy of these BLM people that for some reason think that this makes sense. I don't see how. I mean, even some apparently BLM supporters are actually dogging her for this kind of stuff, which they rightfully should. This money could have gone to a black community to help there. All of this money for BLM could have done that. But how many other things do you think this lady has purchased along with other people that are at the top of this organization that they've purchased with the money that was supposed to help black lives? Because I'm sure she's got a nice car, maybe a couple of cars. Who knows about the other people as well? This is the lady that was talking about being a trained Marxist, by the way. They have no problem profiting off of this movement to benefit themselves. And it kind of highlights exactly what we've been saying for the longest period of time, as well as far as the politicians that champion BLM. They don't care about the black lives in the sense of what's going on with these riots and stuff until those riots and looting hits their home. The second that their home is the one that's up for grabs and being run over by this mob and this massive riot and they start stealing stuff, then all of a sudden they've got a problem with it. But until that happens, they don't care. And this lady basically secluded herself into an area where she's never going to have to deal with black people, never had to be around black people, never had to worry about her home being looted, never had to worry about any of that taking place. And it probably is in a nice place as well that has its own security. She probably has her own security. Meanwhile, everyone else, you don't get any of that stuff because they're so busy trying to be woke about this stuff. And right now, especially right now, when we're talking about the Derek Chauvin trial, when that is ongoing. And we know that pretty much no matter what the verdict is, that there's going to be riots to some degree. When we see her moving into a house like this, she's completely deciding, you know what? I don't want anything to do with it. I got my money. Bye. Y'all go ahead and riot. Do your little thing over there. I'm going to be over here in my little less than 2% black neighborhood where y'all just won't be. I wonder what would happen if BLM and all these other people raided her home. What would happen then? It's just crazy. You can't pretend to care about black lives, care about this movement and all the rest of this stuff if you're going to be making decisions like this. It's complete hypocrisy, but we've been calling it from the very beginning. It just makes it even more obvious that what they're doing, everything they stand for, all of that money, they don't care about the black community. It's never going to go to the black community. They care about enriching themselves. That's all they've done with this money. That's all that's happened. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one.